see Chris Olave. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Saints and the Bills, next on Madden Football.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Wolfman Lewis, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here we are on an episode of the Kelvin Rich Superstar Mode right here on Madden 24. If you missed any of the episodes of on the channel, the playlist, Kelvin the Saints come in here. Going to entertain the Buffalo Bills in this one.
His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game.
Jahmyr Gibbs
Absolutely surgical.
is in the backfield.
NFC offensive player.
Watching alongside Kelvin.
Throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels
What a catch by Gibbs and a first down.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake.
Oh, and Kelvin goes down. He tried to roll out, but he got nailed.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A 4-yard loss. Brings up second. Off play action. Rich. Here's one deep for Pickens. And got his man complete.
Great catch there for Pickens. 45 yards on two throws for Kelvin.
things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us in their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last.
Another catch. Another throw. 66 yards now for Kelvin. Kelvin coming out firing on all cylinders here.
Still over 20. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs! What a run by Gibbs for a gain of 7. And Gibbs does his thing here.
That one right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got to go.
Touchdown! George Kittle! When the Saints go marching in, folks, we want to be in that number. Oh, you see it right there.
And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive. And it ends with a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out.
When the Saints go marching in, when the Saints go marching in, yeah, I want to be in that number. When the Saints go marching in.
It's her touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. And look to build on things here. 1st and
So there you heard it there for Brandon Gaudin, folks. 30 touchdowns on the year for Kelvin.
on 1st down. Rich steps away. Down he goes at the
Gain of 4.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6.
They hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs running purpose. Still on his feet, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's still on his feet. My gosh, Jahmyr Gibbs with a great run there.
Across midfield. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st. Off the play fake. Rich. Downfield, and he's got Olave.
Touchdown.
And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the year.
You see Kelvin right there, folks. He just throws it to Olave. Olave does the rest. Look at that. Olave tucks it. Olave just runs it in with no problems whatsoever.
Teams are, but this team was truly a threat to score on every every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And the Bills again stifled.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here already.
The Bills offense stifled on the interception.
First and 10.
They hand it off now to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here's Gibbs. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Well, a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun. Rich.
Touchdown, Olave! His 2nd of the game. You see it right there? Kelvin finds him, and Olave gets right in there for the score. Look at that. What a throw, and what a catch. Yes, sir, folks. Kelvin does it again. Another touchdown. 3 touchdown passes already for Kelvin here in the first quarter. And the Bills finally get on the board.
This offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive. He's thrown already in this first half as he'll try again with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. He takes his
And Kelvin, 2 rushes, 16 yards.
Nifty Bill scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Look at that man go, folks. A lot of people wonder what would happen once the Saints got rid of Alvin Kamara. But Jahmyr Gibbs has picked up that void, if you will. And he is running just like Alvin Kamara, if not better.
Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Pass to Pickens. Caught for the 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down right there.
7 completions for Kelvin. 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. Only in the first half.
In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far.
Incomplete intended for Olave. For the first incomplete pass for Kelvin today.
10-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind.
And Kelvin tried to step up and throw it, and he got sacked. Oliver in there.
And Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted.
Hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So Kelvin and the Saints will have to kick a field goal.
Here again comes the captain of this
Another
offense, leading his crew
touchdown
back
for
out
Buffalo.
there now. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
Kittle.
Caught by Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in first down.
Buck 07 now counting here in the first half. They give it to Gibbs.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw on 2nd down. Rich. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Rich. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So Kelvin gets the 1st down here.
Take off, and the result is a 1st down.
And that ends the first half.
It's halftime here in New Orleans. Well, we're in the last.
And the Bills get a touchdown and make it a 3-point game here.
Throwing on first down. Rich. He completes it to Olave. Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown again for Chris Olave.
Chris Olave, 75 yards.
Look at Kelvin, folks. He throws it. That is a dart, folks, right on the money. And, of course, Olave does the rest after that.
75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And now the Bills catching fire here in the second half. Another touchdown. 28-31 with the buck. 36 left to play here, third quarter.
Success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they
Hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Celebration.
Gibbs gets a gain of 4 out of that.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get the score.
Kelvin runs the football with purpose. 4 rushes, 31 yards for Kelvin as he gets the first down.
On first and 10, Rich. The tight end Kittle has it.
George Kittle on the out route gets it, and Kittle is going to be injured here.
Inside the 40 before being dropped. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury.
So George Kittle is
That's
injured.
George Kittle shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Again to Olave, first down.
Crossing route. Well, they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run with Gibbs.
Gibbs in there, touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this.
Look at this, folks, as Jahmyr Gibbs has an opening there, and he sees the opportunity, dives in the end zone for the score.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score where they've got the football. They're looking
Up by 10, 38-28.
Now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing.
And Kelvin runs it this time, gets a gain of 4, or excuse me, gain of 6.
The clock keeps running.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs tries to fight for the first down, got a couple.
About the 23-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Off play action. Rich.
Incomplete.
Be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Jamin Davis.
And they're going for it here.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Coach wants him to go for it. They give it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs, second effort. Did he get there? He did.
Did he get there? No, they're going to say he
No, he did not.
line to gain. The
Okay,
Saints'
he did not get it.
decision to go for it backfires. How does the Saints
And there you have it, folks. A field goal. 38-31.
Back down to one score after after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be out.
Another rush for Kelvin.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
11 completions, 310, and 4 touchdowns for Kelvin.
On the give, here's Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Gibbs with that fancy footwork as Landon Dickerson is hurt.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a throw here, hold in. And down he goes at the 45.
Cohen was there.
Spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Hand off down to Gibbs.
Gibbs got it.
Taken down at the 44-yard line.
12 rushes, 97 yards, and a touchdown for Gibbs. Gibbs well over 100 yards now.
Yeah, and I think what the run is one of his favorite runs. Whatever he feels comfortable with the offensive line is executing well today. Try and get him over 100 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left.
Look at him run, folks. Kelvin with a great run there.
Inside the 10 to the 7. Timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff
$1:49 left
peek, and we'll take
in the game.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Saints touchdown. Jameer Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
38-45, 46 seconds left.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
There you have it, folks. Kelvin and the Saints going to win. Get number 11 on the year.
Let's go now.
Let's go, D. Let's put him on the bus.
Number 11 on the year as Kelvin and the Saints are going to take it here.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
12 receptions, or excuse me, 12 completions, 319 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Kelvin.
When you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Ben, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Saints, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to...
There you have it, folks. Kelvin and the Saints do it again. Another great victory for the Saints. Folks, if you're new, do me a favor. Scratch the claw marks to the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Come over to Wolfpack Fam today. Sniff and bite into that bell icon. Become part of Notification Squad. Do not forget to put a like to the video. It's much appreciated. Always stay hungry. Hungry like the wolf. Ooh, I am out.